California Heartland is made possible by the James G. Boswell Foundation, committed to sharing the stories and successes of California growers. Bank of America, Bank of Opportunity.
Funding provided in part by the California Farm Bureau Federation, proud publishers of California Country magazine. More information is available at californiacountry.org. And by the Almond Board of California. California almonds, loved around the world, grown in California's heartland. And by Real California Milk. This seal ensures your favorite dairy brands are made exclusively with Real California Milk. More information at realcaliforniamilk.com.
Coming up on California Heartland.
Everybody's got a smile on their face this morning. That's good.
Women inmates are serving time farming California almonds.
You get to know each tree, believe it or not. It's an experience I'll never forget.
See how they're learning to grow, harvest, and package their own rehabilitation in a Central California field. Plus,
we grew 52 tomato plants this year.
Wow.
So
Good for
we're into it.
Fun.
they're seeing red in Carmel, where it's time for the Annual TomatoFest.
What's your favorite so
My
far?
favorite is the Kentucky beef steak.
Pull out the salt shaker and feast your eyes on the best heirlooms the state has to offer. And
what's a weed? It's just a plant in the wrong place.
how to whack the weeds in your yard. Tips from Master Gardener Fred Hoffman. From your backyard to the back country, in a field or on your family table, it's all about what keeps California moving and growing. This is California Heartland.
Sunrise over the Central Valley, a symbol of long days, searing heat, and hard labor. But on this morning, the barbed wire and the guard tower set a very different tone.
Go line up.
This is the Valley State Prison for Women in Chowchilla, a place where hard labor is a welcome diversion from hard times.
Yeah, I've held jobs, but nothing like this. Like the first couple weeks I worked, I got blisters on my feet from the walking.
At the crack of dawn, as many as 30 low-risk inmates leave the prison and march down this long gravel road. It's the path to redemption and rehabilitation. And these women are repaying their debt to society by farming this 650-acre almond orchard right next door.
When I first came out here, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get lost. Where am I? Which way is out?
After just 4 months on the job, Priscilla Escobar is embracing farming in a way she couldn't have imagined. Escobar used to be a drug dealer.
You get to know each tree, believe it or not. It sounds silly, but you get to know each row, each tree, just by the ground you walk on or the looks of the tree. Just to see the leaves. In there, there's no trees.
Right.
So even just the simple fact that you're around a tree makes a big difference.
It makes a difference because this is business too. 50% of this almond crop is sold on the open market. The other half is then sold by the Prison Industry Authority, ending up in government properties like hospitals, schools, or on the dinner trays of thousands of inmates. Almonds are a $2 billion a year industry in California and the #1 export crop.
See one like this, you're looking for any possible defect.
Leo Lamb outbid a herd of packing companies for the right to sell these almonds. For more than a decade now, he's watched the evolution of this inmate camp. Can you look at this and tell me how good a job they're doing here?
They're doing a very nice job. These orchards on this side of the prison have done very, very well the last 2 or 3 years.
The inmates do more than water plants. They learn how to run heavy equipment, prune trees, spread fertilizer, and maintain what seems like a never-ending irrigation system.
Either a coyote or a squirrel got really thirsty.
Demery Davidson spent her previous life behind a desk.
What about farming came as a surprise?
How much work it really is, truthfully. You don't realize it when you go and buy a product in a store, the whole history that that product has. You know, the almonds start with these little tiny green, hard little pods.
Right.
You know, and then they go to these, the skin opens up, and then you've even got another shell, and then you've actually got the almond inside that shell.
If you guys got your rows and you got your fields, get going.
Working with people who've never farmed before requires patience in much the same way as the crops do. Ray Matisich sold his own fields years ago to run this prison agriculture business.
What's it like working with these women?
I do get satisfaction out of seeing the interest there, but it's got to be nurtured. They don't want to be in prison. If you give them the opportunity to do some learning and skills, that's where the internal satisfaction comes from.
These inmates earn 30 to 95 cents an hour, but a percentage of that goes to a victim's restitution fund.
Prison businesses up and down California generate 75 different commodities. And get this, in 2007, the profit margin was a staggering $160 million. Simply put, these programs are paying for themselves.
Across the street from the orchard, a small processing center sorts, packages, and ships almonds. It too is run by inmates.
There's many skills that they learn here that they don't have to go directly into farming or into agriculture. There's a backhoe over there. If we teach them how to run a backhoe, they can learn that and go to any construction site.
For some, the challenge is learning how to work. Getting up and showing up was never part of the routine.
I've learned a lot though, because I never really had a real job. I was always in trouble. So by doing this out here, I'm learning a lot of things. I've learned my lesson. I really have.
It's helped me open my eyes and realize I can do things better in my life. I'm preparing myself for my kids. I have a family out there, and I didn't realize how much I need them and they need me. I look forward to going home and being with them.
Hi, my name is Ashley Freitas. My herd name is Candyland Farms Nigerian Dwarfs. I'm in 4-H. I'm 17 years old. I live in Burson, California. My goat's name is CLF, Sweetie Pie. She's a Nigerian dwarf. She's a miniature dairy goat. She's 11 months old. We milk our goats twice a day. They can produce up to 2 quarts a day of milk. They're more dairy. A Nigerian dwarf is more finer boned. They're not as stocky as a pygmy goat. I really like the Nigerian dwarfs because they're smaller. I really like their color, and some of them have blue eyes. They're really friendly. I got Grand Champion at the California State Fair with my little doe. Thanks for watching My California Heartland.
Ahi Tuna. It's a California favorite. The fresh fish is loaded with protein and very low in calories. The yellowfin tuna is caught year-round in the Pacific Ocean and can range in size anywhere between 3 to 200 pounds. So grill it, barbecue it, or sear the fresh fish. Food and lifestyle expert Laura McIntosh is bringing it home from the crops to your kitchen.
Well, thanks everyone for joining me. Are you ready to cook? I am here. Do you recognize him? Rajko Marin from Tadich Grill. Hi, Rajko.
Hi, Laura.
What are we doing today?
So today we have nice, fresh Pacific Ahi Tuna.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And we're gonna spice it up the thing.
Okay, what are these spices?
This is roast garlic.
Okay.
Lemon pepper. We got sesame seeds.
Uh-huh.
A little bit salt, pepper.
Oh, it's good. It's delicious.
Just coat it a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Usually if I got plate to be very, very well coated.
Yeah. And we're gonna sear it.
Spice, yeah. So we're gonna sear it in the
olive oil.
Olive oil. We just got a little bit olive oil.
Okay.
When you're doing a grill, make sure this is moist with oil. Yeah.
So would you rub it with a little oil first?
Just a little bit olive oil or any oil.
And then your
you can sear it on a grill. I quick seared in a pan. All 4 sides. And I'm going to put the 2 prawn. This just for the garnish.
Okay.
So you can do with the scallops, any crab legs, all kind of things you want. So I need this.
And we're going to turn it?
We're going to turn it. Just slowly sear it around. This is going to be just for the garnish.
I got to tell you, I absolutely love how the scallops turn that beautiful orange.
Just nice orange color.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Pretty much okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this is pretty much done.
You know what's really nice, you guys? Is put everything in one pan, okay?
It's
the bread, the tuna, the prawns, it's all in one pan.
So we got a local salad, mixed green.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
little microgreens.
We got microgreens, we got pea shoots, we got mixed green, and we got daikon. It's all mixed, yeah. So to make a dressing for those salad, we need a little bit of yellow mustard, Dijon mustard, honey. I just got a little honey, a little mayonnaise, garlic, and I got orange champagne vinaigrette.
Ooh.
Yeah. Mix this together.
Right. With a little bit of that.
Yeah, a little bit of that. Little mayonnaise. If you need a more spice to it,
you
garlic,
can do that as well.
Yeah. So this is the plate we're gonna garnish.
Okay. This is easy.
Easy. This is very, very easy.
Okay.
This, I just toast a little bit the dressing. So this salad, it's pretty much done.
It's done and ready to go. Okay.
So this is what I use for the barrel cucumber.
And yep,
it's
and the
an
relish.
English cucumber and a relish.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna put on a plate.
Now you slice those nice and thin.
Yeah, slice it. If you want to slice it on machine, you can slice by hand.
Okay.
This.
What a great combination. I have an idea what you're gonna do, and it's gonna be fabulous.
Before I dish.
Okay, now all my viewers, all my friends out there know that I could just eat one of those. I love those.
And then I got a little bit.
Okay, so this is the toast.
Toasted.
Bruschetta.
Bruschetta. Okay, so I'm gonna split tuna in half.
Okay.
I got 2 prawns.
Right, that is just beautiful. And you're gonna cut that. How are you gonna cut that?
I'm just gonna cut sideways.
Okay. Look at how delicious that looks.
Yeah, very, very delicious. Then I just splash. This a little bit drizzle. Sesame seed oil.
Sesame seed oil.
A little bit teriyaki sauce.
Teriyaki.
Teriyaki, and I got wasabi.
Bring it on. Oh, look at that.
This is pretty much this. This is the good dish.
This is it. This is a beautiful dish.
Yeah.
You know what I like? We did it here. You saw it. It was simple and easy.
It's very easy to make.
Well, you wouldn't find anybody like this guy because everybody wants to make money, and this guy just wants to like to see things grow.
This guy is Jimmy Williams, and what he grows are organic plants and herbs in Hollywood. It's a big change of pace for this former New Yorker, who found a new way to turn a leisurely pastime into a new way of life.
I used to design sportswear, and this was a hobby, right? So I didn't start this as a business until about 8 years ago, 10 years ago.
Satisfying not only for Jimmy, but also for his customers here at the Hollywood Farmers Market.
This is the Persian basil. That's the Thai basil, right? That's the Italian large leaf.
He's nicknamed the plant guru by many of his loyal customers because of his vast knowledge of seeds and soil.
Well, it takes me back to, where I come from. My folks were farmers, and I went through all this, potting plants and putting them in the ground and watching them grow and harvesting them, and that type of thing.
What Jimmy produces, along with the help of his son Logan, is hundreds of distinctive, organically certified plants and herbs.
Dad, do you want me to take the fig trees and maybe put them over here or something like that?
Might be a good idea. Okay, great.
My dad's personality, probably in a word, would be charismatic. Easiest way to put it. He's really inviting to people. I think that's probably why people not only like our plants, but like buying from us, really. We actually care about how you do with your plant and want you to, have fun with it and really enjoy what you're doing.
And that's a lettuce leaf. You ever taste that one? Try it, just take a leaf. And that literally gets the size of lettuce.
Jimmy grows more than 500 different varieties of fruits and veggies in the front, side, and even backyard of his Hollywood home.
We have an average-sized lot here in Hollywood. We use every corner of this yard to grow things. The way we use the space, we can grow 2,000 to 3,000 plants in a 3x2 space, right? You just have to do it in stages.
The first stage of growing begins right on the top of his garage.
How many different varieties are you growing in here?
There's 11 different lettuce in this 3x2 space.
So this is how it starts.
Right, and we broadcast seed this tray, right? But we can get a lot in here. Then we take them out carefully and put them either in a 6-pack or a 4-inch pot or a 1-gallon container too.
Jimmy's fascination with seeds began as a child, and now he collects and saves seeds from all over the world.
I know people who either are going to a certain foreign country on vacation, or they come from there and they go back to visit, and the first thing I say is, bring me back some seed. These are baby papayas right here. That's how they start out.
His interest in saving seeds has helped keep a family tradition alive. In fact, Jimmy's still planting the heirloom tomato seeds brought over from West Africa by his great-great-grandmother in the early 1800s.
The tomato tastes exactly the same as it did, 50 years ago.
But growing and selling his plants are just a few of his daily duties. Another big part of his business, called Hayground Organic Gardening, is installing and maintaining edible gardens.
Oh, Susan, I'm here.
Oh, hi, Jimmy. I'm so glad you are, because look at this.
Oh, it's aphids.
But beyond maintaining the gardens, Jimmy takes pleasure in teaching his clients the best way to get more out of their plants.
Oh, look.
Yep.
That's amazing. It's ready.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
It is ready. There
it
you
is
go.
ready.
You had more under there than what you thought, huh? Oh, the smell of this. You smell that? It's
I know.
incredible. Yeah.
That's the freshest ginger oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
It's almost like...
I think we can leave some in.
I'll definitely leave some in. But I'll use this.
Okay. We'll put this back.
It looks like it's all beautifully taken care of, but because it's not that hard to do, but in fact it is much harder to keep it as nice looking. But with Jimmy, he comes in, he helps me. I want to be like him. I'll never get there, but I want to get his knowledge. It's great.
We always grew stuff at home, and over the years, people were like, you could probably sell this, right? And we never believed it. We didn't think anything of it, but over time, it just sort of happened, and it kind of chose us, I like to think. We didn't choose it.
I can do this forever. I just want forever to be a long time.
Pack your bags and grab your boots. It's time to hit the road with the Ag Traveler.
Carmel, this beautiful city by the sea, conjures up images of rolling waves and windblown trees. The upscale shops on Ocean Avenue, and for thousands of tomato lovers, a big celebration.
California, here I come, right back where I started from.
If you're planning a trip to Carmel, why not time it to coincide with a huge harvest party? It's called the TomatoFest, and right here is the ticket to tomato heaven. The chance to experience all things tomato has them flocking to the Quail Lodge Resort in Carmel Valley. Wow! Here it is all about the tomato. From a tomato car to Miss Hot Tomato, even a place to check your, no, not your coat, you guessed it, your tomatoes.
It's pretty heavy to carry a little bushel of tomatoes around. So instead of, having to bring a cart or something like that, we have them bring the bushel here.
At TomatoFest, you can buy heirloom tomatoes, get seeds to grow your own, and taste the fruit as you never have before. That looks amazing.
Well, we have a homemade cracker. We've got some fennel-crusted seared Ahi Tuna, a beautiful tomato water sorbet, topped with a little bit of micro celery, and some smoked salt.
Wait, back that up a little, Tony. Did you say tomato sorbet?
Yep.
It's a culinary competition the red food fanatics can't get enough of.
I have 4 tomato plants at home, and one's a new plant, and I don't know what those tomatoes taste like, and I'm going to find that out today when I can tear myself away from all this gourmet.
Why do you like cooking with heirloom tomatoes?
Why do I like cooking with heirloom tomatoes? Because they're local. I'm a locavore.
I like it.
It's good. And, there's not a whole lot of areas that you can go where you can get such a variety of tomato.
Heirloom tomatoes were meant to be a regional food, a food to be enjoyed down the street, a food to be consumed within 2 or 3 days from harvest where you can get the maximum flavor.
This huge harvest celebration grew out of just 6 tomato seedlings and this man's passion for heirlooms.
And it started with a Portuguese farmer friend years ago handing me 6 tomato seedlings. He said, look, these are heirloom tomatoes. Throw away your hybrids. You got to try these. And I brought these 6 tomatoes home. I mean, it was amazing the flavors that came out of these heirloom tomatoes. And right away, my inclination was I wanted to share these.
First with a handful of chef friends, and now all of these tomato lovers. Gary Ibsen, the festival's founder, presides over the tomato tasting tent, where 350 varieties of heirlooms are ripe for the tasting.
All of these have distinctive different flavors. We get the flavors all the way from tropical fruit through the lemon, lime, citrusy flavors to those big, blustery tomato flavors that kind of make you go, wow.
It seems everyone has their favorite.
My favorite is the Early Girl.
Gregory's Altai.
The Kentucky beef steak.
And family is what this fest is all about. Front and center are the heirloom or heritage varieties, some passed down for generations.
Each one of these tomatoes, it's not only a different flavor, a different characteristic and taste, but it comes with a family history. It comes with a cultural history. Part of our mission is to save that as well.
We grew 52 tomato plants this year.
Wow.
So we're into it.
Fun. You came all the way up from LA for this.
Yep,
Very
sure did.
And to make it a total tomato trip, why not stay at the renowned Quail Lodge, where the food fun continues.
The green zebras are kind of on the bitter, firmer texture side, and then you have your brandy wines.
Chef de cuisine Matt Bolton at the KVIE restaurant loves serving them up in unique dishes.
Today, actually, what we're doing is a Monterey Bay abalone dish, and it's accented with a slice of oven-dried heirloom tomato.
Wow, and they're just absolutely gorgeous, too.
That is our heirloom tomato dish for the season.
The Carmel TomatoFest, not your typical harvest gathering, but a treat for all taste buds.
And fiery.
California, here I come.
Everyone's a farmer when it comes to their own backyard. Try these tips for doing it homegrown.
California is home to a wide variety of plants from all over the world. Trees, shrubs, fruit, flowers, they all call California home. And so does California homeowners' biggest nemesis, weeds. And true to California's tradition of innovation, more and more gardeners are using smarter, more unique, and greener alternatives when it comes to controlling these unwanted plants. What's a weed? It's just a plant in the wrong place. But the key to a weed eradication program is to know the enemy. For instance, this beautiful plant, that's a flowering morning glory, but it's a weed and it's wrapped around my popcorn. If you don't know what your weeds are, there's a lot of great books and online references for you to check. Or dig out a sample, take it to your local nursery or cooperative extension office for a positive ID. When it comes to controlling new weeds, the best offense is a good defense. And that includes spraying your lawn and garden twice a year with a pre-emergent to keep the weeds from popping up. Pre-emergents include all sorts of active ingredients. They're in granular form and liquid form. And if you're looking to do it organically, look for an active ingredient of corn gluten meal. It's best to apply pre-emergents twice a year for year-round control, in late winter and in late summer. Another way to stop weeds before they start organically is to use landscape fabric or weed cloth. This allows air and water to permeate through, unlike black plastic. The key, though, with weed cloth is make sure you put the right side up that allows the water to flow through. The downside to weed cloth is you have to cover it up with mulch to keep it from decomposing in the sun. So a lot of gardeners are skipping the weed cloth and just putting down 3 to 4 inches of organic mulch. And what that does, it stops the weeds and it feeds the soil. Weed killers kill weeds, unfortunately also any desirable plant you might have, like this beautiful rose. So when I've got my backpack sprayer on and I'm killing a lot of weeds, I use this piece of cardboard to separate the desired plant from the undesirable plant, like these weeds, before I spray. For pinpoint weed controls, you can use one of these devices. Just put the weed control product inside the tubes, and there's a sponge at the end. And that way you can just dab on the weeds one by one without harming any of the nearby plants. The most organic way to control weeds is also the most old-fashioned. Dig them up or pull them out. Also, if you just cut off the weeds before they set flower, you can control next year's population. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some 21st century whacking the weeds to do on this pampas grass.
That's California Heartland. For more information on any of these stories, go to CaliforniaHeartland.org. I'm Chris Burrows. We'll see you next time.
To order a copy of this show, visit us online or call 1-888-814-3923. The cost is $14.95 plus shipping. California Heartland is made possible by the James G. Boswell Foundation, committed to sharing the stories and successes of California growers. Bank of America, Bank of Opportunity.
Funding provided in part by the California Farm Bureau Federation, proud publishers of California Country magazine. More information is available at californiacountry.org. And by the Almond Board of California. California almonds, loved around the world, grown in California's heartland. And by Real California Milk. This seal ensures your favorite dairy brands are made exclusively with Real California Milk. More information at realcaliforniamilk.com.